A very good evening to everybody watching. Thank you for joining us tonight on the evening review. My name is Bella. Tonight on the platform we are joined by Dr. Metilde Kuungumene. She is a qualified dentist, and she is part of a number of graduate dentists who have recently complained to the Ministry of Health and Social Services that all the recruitments that are happening lately of doctors somehow exclude dentists. They are on the streets and they want to contribute to the country's well-being. Thank you very much, Doctor, for making time. Well, maybe tell us a little bit about yourself, just for context. You are a dentist. When did you graduate?
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
My name is, Dr. Kuungumene, as said before.
Yes.
I graduated in 2022 from Cuba.
Okay.
So it was a group of us that was that we were actually funded by the Ministry of Health.
Yeah.
So, having said that, we actually have a contract with the ministry that they allowed us to go study. They funded for our fees, school fees and everything. And they were supposed to give us jobs when we got back. Yeah. Or so the contract says. But up to date, there's nothing that has been done from the side of the ministry.
Okay. Did you already do that internship, the dental internship that you guys usually do?
Yes, I've done that. Okay. So basically what happened is we complete our studies, we come back, we write board exams, which we all fortunately passed, and we did our internship, which I personally completed last year, November. So yeah, I'm done with it.
Okay. Those that are asking to be absorbed into the system as per the contract that you just mentioned, those are now those that also successfully completed their contract, their internship. Yes. Does everybody pass internship, or could somebody actually fail it? I just want to understand the basics.
Okay, so you do internship for a year. Yeah. Which in this internship we do a rotation, different rotations. So after each rotation there are evaluations, and then before you move on to the next rotation, you have to pass the previous rotation. Okay. So before you are signed off to register so that you are able to register with the Health Council. Yeah. So in a case where somebody actually fails a rotation, then they are given enough time. They extend the internship. So you wouldn't be done with internship before you leave.
Yeah, I understand. And you are how many at the moment that are in this group that seem to be neglected by government?
Okay, by the statistics that we have collected so far, we are around about 80. Okay. So these are all the people that are done with internship. They are already registered with the Health Council. So yeah, 80, let's say.
Oh, okay. What is your exact complaint as a group?
So I'm sure we are all aware with the mass recruitment that is happening with the Ministry of Health. So we are seeing posts, especially it looks like it's mostly just based on the medical officers and the nursing staff. Yeah. So for dentistry so far over 2,000 posts have been advertised. Yeah. And out of these 2,000, only 8 are for dentistry. So if we are 80, we cannot all, obviously to only take 8 of us.
Yeah. Wow, man. Okay. Do you think that recruitment should be what if government genuinely only need 8? What must happen now?
Okay. We having been in the system during our internship, we have seen firsthand that there is a need of a dentist, especially in district hospitals. Talking from experience, I did my internship in the mighty Angwana region. Yeah. And the Angwana region, by far, I think they only have 7 dentists in total, if I stand corrected. And what's happening is, for instance, when I was doing my internship in Enana, we would do what we call outreach, basically relieve where there's need, we were doing it in Okongo. But Okongo is a district hospital itself. It has a dentist. It only has one dentist, or it only had one dentist at that time, which is a female dentist, and she was on maternity leave. So what happened is, when she was on maternity, the department was closed.
So the need is there.
The need is there. And also, talking of other, we have done research. Like, for instance, now Engela, for instance, it caters to a lot of patients, over 10,000 a month, because now we are dealing with people from the region and people from our neighbors, the Angolans.
Yeah.
And what they also do outreach. The outreach points, they have a clinic in Edonja. If I'm not mistaken, it's in Edonja and Onga. These are clinics that have chairs that are well equipped to have dentists, but these clinics don't have any dentists. So they with their dental department, they are closed and waiting for now that one specific day in a week where the dentists from Engela come to relieve.
Yeah. It's a complicated situation. I mean, I saw the vacancies being advertised. Of course, I didn't scrutinize. It's not my cup of tea. But if you are saying out of those, only 8 are reserved for dentists. What is the message coming from government? I mean, I'm sure you guys have been agitating. I saw, for example, that it was reported in the papers that you guys wrote to to Penda Isindi, the ED there. Have they responded to you guys? What is the rationale of a very low intake of dentists?
Well, we can really say we have tried to reach out to everybody so far, up to the minister's office. We have written letters, although not all letters we didn't all get response to all these letters. However, what was said before, or what was mentioned from one of the response we got, was that not all hospitals are equipped they need equipment so that they are able to employ dentists.
Yeah.
Which is also understandable if you have to look at it at a certain point. But the other excuse let me not call it an excuse, but other reason we got was, now these recruitments are being done at the regional level. So it's the region that are going to specify that there's a need for this number of dentists. So then they advertise the post. But from our research that we did so far, we had some of the regions, they don't have regional chief dentists. So meaning, if we don't have a seat at the table of where the recruitments are being done, then we will never be included, because nobody's going to talk about us in a room where we are not available.
Yeah. One thing that I've seen, Doctor, is that government used to, after internship, it was almost automatic that you'll be absorbed into the system.
Yeah.
But that seems to have changed, not only with dentists, because I think I saw a communique that said government seems to be saying their responsibility, their obligation ends with internship, and that after internship, people must now apply, whether it's in the private sector or public sector. Are you aware of those kind of messages that I think I've seen something to that effect?
Yes, we are fully aware of that.
Yeah.
And yes, they are saying they are no more responsible. What you're trying to say is they used to place. So
Yes.
placement was done. Automatically after internship, you will be given, led to say, you are placed, for instance, you are placed in Windhoek. So given a period of time, you come and start.
Yeah.
So that is no more happening, which maybe could be the reason that now it's a lot of graduates coming in the country, and also the country is also producing locally. So, but given if we have to look for our own jobs, we just want this post to be made available for us as well.
Yeah.
Because now, given the growing number of us being 80, and there are still others in the process of finishing their internship. So if they're going to say, if the saying is to say we should apply for jobs, then posts should be advertised, and we would fight for this. But then it doesn't make sense for all 80 of us to fight for 8 posts.
Yeah, that's an average of 10 per
post.
Yeah. So essentially, what you're saying, and that clarification is important. is that you're not asking for favors. You want those opportunities to be availed. You don't want to be wheelbarrowed into positions necessarily, but you just want space to be made so that you can apply, battle it out with others.
Definitely.
Even if we assume that, even if there were 50 vacancies, then at least 50 of you can battle it out, essentially.
And if they had to take 50 of us, then the 30 can fight to go into private. Because now the problem is, there are no government posts being advertised, and then private can only also take so many of us at once. Which, at the end of the day, as we are speaking, there are still some people who are qualified, done with their internship, but they're seated at home doing nothing.
Absolutely. We go for a very short break and return with Dr. Kuungumene in a moment. The conversation continues on the evening review with Dr. Metilde Kuungumene. Now, Doc, let's unpack the issue of the contract, because just like I said earlier before the break, that government seems to have taken a stand now that no, we are no longer going to do these automatic placements upon completion of internship. But then there's what sounds like a contractual obligation. What must happen in that context?
Okay, we would prefer if they are to say there is no that contractual obligation does not exist. They should also set us free from the obligations, because now what was signed or what was agreed upon was that we will complete our studies, we will come back, do our internship, do everything, get into and then they place us or either give us jobs, and then which was for a certain period of time. So in the engagements that we have done with the ministry so far was that we should just wait, meaning they are gonna take maybe their time until they call us, but we should know that we're still obligated. We still have that obligation, which from my point of view doesn't really make sense if to say they are taking their time with the contract to call us when they are ready for us. We might as well just they might as well just set us free, if that's the case.
By setting you free, it means what? What would that entail?
Setting us free just means if it comes to a point where, because the contract was to say our obligation was to come back and serve our community. So if the time comes where they need us to serve the community, if they have set us free, then I wouldn't have that obligation. If, let's say, time comes, at that time when it comes, maybe let's say I own my own practice in private, then there shouldn't be an obligation that says I should leave my practice to come back to government.
If so you were funded by the state to go and study in Cuba or wherever, government scholarship, hypothetically, if you had, upon your return, landed back in Windhoek, and then you were snapped up by Lady Pohamba, what would have been, would you have been in violation of any terms of your scholarship?
The contract, yes. I would have been in violation of the contract. But at this point, it doesn't seem like the contract really weighs any weight. Because also the government, our obligation was the studies, right? As we have done our part. And them, now it's basically the government's part, time to do their part, but they are not doing anything. So per se, if that had happened, I don't think they would even notice at this point.
Are you passionate about Dentistry?
Yes, definitely. Yes, I'm very, very passionate about this.
Did you enjoy your internship? How was it?
Internship was amazing.
Okay.
It was, okay, coming from a foreign country, it was quite a lot. That given that, as I said, especially we as a nation, we lack hospitals.
Yeah.
And I had the privilege of doing my internship at, let's say, in Ohangwena region first. The first 6 months I was in Ohangwena region.
Are you from Ohangwena?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm from, yeah. So basically, I had the privilege of doing my internship back at home.
Yeah.
And as we all know, Ohangwena has the largest population, if not the second. Yeah. So we were seeing a lot of patients. And with that, when you see a lot of patients, when you're seeing a lot of patients, you also become passionate about what you do. And especially when you have the privilege to even do it in your own mother tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I fell in love with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I can imagine, of course, the joy. I don't know now the terms there. Mekulujanga, you know.
Yeah.
So okay, but now what do you hope to see in the next coming weeks? Because applications are in, government seems to have, because I mean, honestly, 2,000 people, that's a lot of people. And if they cannot accommodate, if they cannot just be flexible a little bit and say, okay, you can maintain the same number. You don't have to increase to 2,080 positions. Still maintain, maybe there are budget issues, but if you say, look, out of those 80, just include, I mean, out of those 2,000, just include 80. Yeah. Or 50 or whatever the number, but definitely not 8. Is that sort of your prayer right now as a group to government? As
a group now, we're just hoping that they include a lot, as many as they can. Yeah. Even 30 at this point could do us justice. Because what will happen is if they, let's say, if we have to get 30 more posts, and then it takes up 30 of the 80 people that are waiting. These 30 could be that they are busy in private right now, taking up space in private. So the people that are yet to finish, or the people that are currently seated at home doing nothing, could take up this space in private. So we just want, I mean, the cake is big for everybody. Yeah. We all just want a piece of the cake. Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day.
Tell me something, doctor. I seem to understand now that contrary to popular belief, people believe that a dentist, in fact, when I was just typing your name on this device to give it to my production team there, when I said dentist, what popped up, the emoji was of a tooth.
Yeah.
But your role has actually evolved. It's no longer just about, it's like you deal with all the injuries from here onwards. If you can delve into that a little bit.
So dentistry is broad. It's not just teeth. I know when people think of us, they're like the teeth doctors. Yeah. It's not just about teeth. Yeah. So for instance, when you come to the hospital, mostly all the injuries are from the neck up, especially when in case of emergencies. Those are all just referred to the dentistry department. Yeah. Because now, us being dentists, we are the general now. We do the general part. We are the general practitioner in the dental department. Yeah. But we have other departments. We have like the maxillofacial surgeons. These are now dentistry, that the surgeon dentistries. Yeah. So they operate all the deformities, or they fix all the deformities from the neck up, mostly. Yeah. Yeah. So if you have to go to a hospital, let's say you're involved in a car accident, you have an open wound on your head, I mean on your cheek, and so forth. That's a job of a dentist to fix. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, okay. How many foreign? I mean, not how many, but we used to have a lot of foreign doctors. A lot of them from Cuba. I don't know whether they are dentists specifically, but just a lot of foreign doctors. I know there used to be a huge contingent from Kenya and Zimbabwe. People say, but you know, it was necessary at the time because we didn't have local capacity. Yeah. But now we have hundreds and dozens of people sitting at home. How is the situation lately? Do you guys come across a lot of foreign doctors who maybe, as part of really absorbing Namibians, must now start to make way?
Okay, no, actually, there has been a lot of improvement in regards to that. Now that Namibia is also, we have a school of medicine, right?
Yes.
So since then, I feel like we have been absorbing more of our people. Yeah. Especially, the only problem comes in that, we cannot deal, we cannot do without them. In
what sense?
In some of the fields, especially.
Specialized.
Specialized. The general ones, we don't have so many of them in the system anymore. Okay. But the specialists, we still have quite a number of foreigners. So, but I have seen there are a lot of specialization programs put in place now. So we are also getting a lot of our own Namibians who are to specialize. Yeah. So I'm sure with time they're all going to be absorbed. But we don't have a lot of foreigners anymore.
Okay, very good. In closing, Doc, I think the subject matter itself, you've dealt with it. But paint me a picture of your aspirations, your dreams. Why do you need this job? What do you want to do with all these perks that come with being a doctor?
Well, the dream is to get a job, right? At the end of the day, we did study for this, and then the dream is to get a job. Especially now, we are fighting for the state, because the state comes with job security. The benefits, and at the end of the day, it also gives us the opportunity to specialize. As I said when I spoke about the programs of specialization, those are usually funded by the government itself. Yeah. So there is no way if you're in private, they are going to fund for you unless you fund for yourself. So they comes with the job will come with growth as well, career-wise.
Do you aspire to stand on your own feet one day with your own practice and stuff?
Definitely, with the high unemployment rates. Yeah, I would like to help out as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dr. Kuungumene, thank you for coming to the show. We wish you and your peers in that group the best of luck. We hope that by coming to our platform, someone is listening and that they will intervene very soon.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Well, wonderful. That is Dr. Metilde Kuungumene. She's a dentist who is knocking on government's door with 79 others so that they may be absorbed into the system with this huge employment drive that is currently going on in the Ministry of Health and Social Services. Thank you for watching.